Hello everyone and welcome to my next reaction to the fall of the House of Usher. Okay, well episode 3 ended, I guess in a similar fashion to episode 2 where we lost one of the siblings in a horrific manner. You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering who's gonna spin this one. Who's gonna do the PR? Because I don't think Camille will anymore. I honestly, I'm excited to get into the next episode, but also dreading what I'm about to watch as well. All right, let's get into it.
I'm looking for a little pussy. And I hate to be this guy, but it's a very specific pussy cat I need. And this is the 5th place I've tried, and
oh my!
For sore. Please tell me you can handle that.
Oh boy!
I can handle that just fine.
There she is.
Fucking uncanny, isn't it?
She isn't available.
Yeah. I don't think you know what I am. New cages, new computer, new building. I will adopt every cat in here and don't.
Oh wow!
Yeah, just hold it like that. Yeah, just like that.
Oh my!
You little fucker, you saved my life. Hey, guess who I found?
Okay, albeit selfish reasons, but I'm glad that the cats are getting adopted or sent to
sorry. I guess
no kill shelters.
Latte or something.
Oh!
Little cunt.
What's she doing down there?
Tinkering with her gigabyte or some such. She's a genius, a real one.
I'm worried about the
4 or
condition
5
of
people
Madeline
in a
down there.
century.
Vic, this is your lab, your animals.
I don't. No, I didn't send her there. Maybe. Maybe the $50 million bounty has something to do with it?
The fuck you.
Oh!
This is not about sticking together. It's about forming a fucking wall. And in case you haven't noticed, Morella's in the hospital, Prospero is dead, and Camille is dead. So save the static until I figure out what the fuck is going on. And until then, I don't care if Madeline tells you to fart into a microphone on national television, you fucking do it. Man,
That probably
officer,
wouldn't
I don't
land
hear
as well.
anything, but sir, yes sir.
That's Tammy or Frederick. Do your sound bites.
Don't call me that.
Fuck this.
Leo.
What? Don't like it? Cut me out of fucking will.
Woo!
You can't enhance this image. You see it all the time on TV. They hit a button, it enhances it.
You can zoom in, but that doesn't actually enhance
Well,
it.
then please zoom in.
Who the fuck this woman is, find her now.
Wow.
I don't even own a black suit. Oh, no, wait. That's not true. I do have one. False alarm. It's just fucking satin.
I'll take care of it. Yeah, I can hear Camille's voice in my head right now. Satin is silk for poor people, and no one should wear it to a funeral unless they died in it.
Okay, got it.
She's here, promise. She's skittish. I'm just pissed about the Gucci collar.
Don't sweat it. I'm gonna put out some more food for her, though. Maybe we can coax her out.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It is nice to see somebody in the family kind of outwardly display, oh my lord, emotions.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Mr. Japan and I were just discussing the parameters of contempt of court, Mr. Penn. Yours and his own, seems.
The Usher family has sadly been burdened by another death in the family. Camille Espana is dead, so I apologize. It has been a busy morning.
Sorry to hear this.
The family, understandably, is in shock. I'm afraid I have no further information at this time.
Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Not now.
So why was she here? She was here after you or after the
Oh,
tech.
God, just ask me already.
Is it you? Maybe you talked to the feds. Let's get a leg up on the others. Didn't think we'll go this far, and now there's no way
Don't
out.
be a fucking twit. You know what? Fuck you, right? If you think that, because I would bleed for this family.
The monkey itself might be a goddamn crime scene. Should I just pull a plug, but just put this out of its misery? Just free
Oh
it so
my.
it doesn't video games or Tammy's bugs?
Okay, well, look, we're moving to human trials.
Okay, that's what I've been waiting to hear.
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh girl, I think you're digging yourself in a hole, babe.
This is excellent news.
We've been through her primary phone.
How?
With the password.
You have her password?
We have all your passwords.
Oh!
I like
This was in Maury's bag. Do you recognize it?
No, that isn't hers.
We're sure it's hers. We can't open it though.
What about her ring? Her wedding ring? Have they found that yet? Where is that?
Please. Try the phone.
Ay, messy. Okay. So, it might ring a bell.
Take a left up there. I need to do some things before I go back to the office.
It's gonna depend on how well they
Tell you
remember
what.
that bar. Okay. Is that... No. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But that might be the location of where the bar was? I don't... It's getting interesting.
This, goes on my heart like a pacemaker.
Oh, it's a quantum leap forward from a pacemaker. It's a predominantly passive implant, at least at first. You would save your life. And then, one day, if it all goes right, it will take over. Keep your heart beating perfectly.
And Dr. Ruiz will perform the surgery herself?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she is. You know, she's very, very excited about this, too.
Oh no. Oh, it's gonna go horribly wrong. It's gonna go horribly wrong, people. Oh boy.
Teenagers, you're all about hacking into stuff?
Not really. You're thinking of hackers, Dad.
Well, do you have any idea how we can get in there?
Passcode or fingerprint or face.
Mine does that too.
You don't say. The wallpaper in that one's factory preset, if it matters.
What does that mean?
I mean, Mom uses pictures of cakes.
So probably not hers. It's not hers.
Oh, boy.
Seriously, that's what you're thinking about right now? People grieve in different ways.
Sure. This cat.
Oh, fuck.
This cat is gonna have it out for you.
Jules, sorry.
Oh!
Jules!
Oh! Mm-mm.
I'm throwing away the sheets. I'm probably burning the bed. And we might have to move.
Displacement. The other go. So instead of lashing out at your employees, you pour your energy into kickboxing.
Oh my God!
What the hell?
Oh no. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness!
Fucking talking! Jesus!
The hell is
Sorry.
wrong with you?
Sorry.
Don't you raise your voice to me.
Oh.
Talk about displacement all you like. You don't point that shit at me. You understand?
Oh.
I will knock your goddamn lights out.
Okay.
You raise your voice at me.
You're right. Sorry. That was not your fault. I respect you, Bobby. I do respect you. I always have.
Okay. Okay, my heart is
I'm
racing.
showing it with you.
I believe some of these signatures are forged. And I believe this doctor...
Right, I don't know anything about any of this. I really don't.
And see, that's the thing. You're on my list for a reason. Your signature is here. Next to Brevitt's.
Ooh! Ooh!
And here, here, here,
Oh!
and here.
Oh wow.
I cannot recall if I did or if I did not sign these particular papers. But I'm Happy to look into it as soon as possible. I just don't recall. Right now, at least.
Wow.
But if you change your mind,
Goodness me.
Because if you come to me, you tell me that your name was forged on important internal documents that apparently have been stolen, I might add.
Whew.
You're on their team.
I'm just asking you to explain.
And I am explaining to you that this company is a team. I am the commanding officer, and I don't want to hear anything out of your mouth that isn't, sir, yes, sir. Do you get me?
I get you.
Then say it.
Sir, yes, sir.
Better. These clerical errors, they're old. They're from before you showed your true potential. Before I took you under my wing, as it were. These kinds of errors.
Oh, great.
That can't happen now. You're in the officers club now, son. You'll be fine.
Totally. Sir, yes, sir.
What I find really
You know what kind of car I drive, Rod?
interesting.
No? Well, it's a Ferrari. You play your cards right. One day all this could be yours, Charlie Bucket.
I do find it interesting that he has essentially
I'm sorry.
become the man that he
If I quit,
hated
I'm burned.
so much.
Grizz would destroy me.
You can't be part of the club. No, you can't be unequal. Not when they've watched you eat their shit. That's just nature. Because your father built this company as your birthright, Roderick. Our birthright.
Okay.
You're going to become best friends with August Dupin.
Oh my goodness.
I know you've been through a lot, and I know what I signed up for. You've always been very clear about your recreational time.
Don't complain about the drugs.
It's getting to be a thing.
I was at the treehouse he won, but I didn't see this. It's nice. It's fancy. It's like a artisanal brewery or something.
Yeah, well, it's gonna change very shortly.
Hey, I was hoping for some drugs. Sorry to be blunt about it.
Why
I
he
want some
said
drugs.
that?
I need something to get me focused and get my energy up and just make me feel not awful.
Stick to the classics. And don't go overdoing it with this, all right? Just a few bumps a day till the edge wears off.
Woo! Oh! The cat's coming for him. The cat is coming for him.
I'm gonna stay alive.
Woo! Revenge of the kitty cat. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Wash that out really well. So, I'm just gonna take this cocaine, if that's alright.
Donation for another pop.
He's like, sorry about your eye. Oh damn.
The life is short.
Oh wow. Oh my goodness! I don't really love all of the dead animals, but it's Revenge of the Kitty Cat. Oh my god, is there something in it? This cat is petty as fuck, and I live for it.
It's harmless. Unless you're a mouse.
Homeless, yeah.
Okay. Okay, there's a few of them. Oh goodness. Oh.
They can narrow their shoulders and chests,
Oh,
squeeze into tiny
sweetie.
spaces. They're predators because they're efficient. A lot like your father, aren't they, Leo?
Woo!
Hands up.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. Woo!
Don't fucking move!
Oh no.
I can even get hands up to send me a new hammer, but you
oh
some shit!
This cat is gonna get your ass. Like, really? I don't know that that's gonna work, babe.
Oh, fuck
You know, I could use a little cheering up now you mention it.
Oh my.
What's wrong? Roddy? Roddy! What's up? What's up?
She shouldn't have called you.
Of course she should have.
Nothing.
Don't insult me.
The dog came by a few nights ago to the house. Unannounced.
What is it?
Castle. Same as mine.
Okay. That's 5 years on the outside.
It's pretty advanced, so it's less, much less. And I knew vascular dementia can cause hallucinations, but I just didn't think.
Victory.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Never a contraption really works. It could buy some time, prevent the strokes, mitigate the brain damage.
Good. Meds.
Beta blockers, Risperdal.
Risperdal. You want to any antipsychotics? I'll rip his fucking throat out.
It might do. Frankly, what I saw.
Victorine will get her little heart miracle working first order.
I don't think that she will.
Same as mom.
Stop.
Hey, what's all that?
Oh my. Oh, he's in a war with the kitty cat. And I think the kitty cat's gonna win. Oh!
Leo, what's happening?
Oh!
You don't see him?
I can't. Sweetie, you might just want to leave. I don't know. Oh! What a, oh! Oh! And that's why his body just dropped while they were talking. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Well, guys, that was certainly quite an episode. Okay, there's a couple of things that I want to touch on. There's something really interesting about Leo's character, and the thing is that I feel like he's kind of gotten away with the fact that he lives a little fast and loose. It's a little messy. There's a lot of drugs going on, you know, even in the first, I believe, episode, he's, you know, literally getting head from another woman. His boyfriend's coming up the elevator, whatever, and he just hides her out in the balcony, you know. It kind of feels like he's got this sort of mentality of like, even if I fuck up, I'll figure out how to fix it. You know what I mean? Much like with this cat. Listen, just to talk about the first scene, just very briefly. You know, obviously we see Berna's there and we're like, uh-oh, here we go. But I don't know. And maybe, I'll have to think about it a little more. But I genuinely think if it was me, well, I certainly, if I killed a cat in some drug-induced state, I would certainly not want to do drugs ever again. I would be mortified, but, you know, I feel like that's not really the path he took. obviously, I feel like the right thing to do would be to be honest with your boyfriend. I don't think that even crossed his mind, to be fair. However, you know, I probably, if I was going to lie and cover it up, I probably would have gone with the route of like, Pluto just ran away and we never saw her again and it's all really tragic. Now listen, I guess maybe he thought his boyfriend would be suspicious of that, but you have to think, even if you get a cat that looks identical, and he found one that was the spitting image, you know, so he feels like he lucked out in that moment. But the cat, barring murderous tendencies, will probably have a different temperament. I just think in general, while watching that scene, I was like, I feel like I probably would have, you know, maybe just been like, oh, it ran away, if I was really trying to cover it up. But maybe not. And it seems like that's kind of how he deals with things. Even if things get a little messy, he figures out a way to fix it, or he figures out a way to try to get by and all of that. And the one thing that I did appreciate about Leo in this episode was that he did seem to be the one sibling that was sort of outwardly emotional about the other deaths. Now listen, families are complicated, and families like that, I assume that there's not a ton of love between the siblings. I think it's a lot of mixed types of relationships, but it's possible that, you know, Leo felt pretty close to Perry. It's possible he felt kind of close to Camille in whatever ways that they really can. And I did like that when they were kind of all together trying to figure out what to do and everything like that, and they wanted him to make a statement, he literally was like, fuck you. Now, it's just, it was nice to see that somebody was feeling some type of outward emotion of grieving. Now, everybody grieves differently. I do know that. But I think a lot of what a lot of these siblings are going through right now, I think there could be touches of grief for their siblings if they liked them, up to interpretation. But I think they also are dealing with the fact of how frustrated, upset, you know, all of these emotions that they're feeling, that it seems like their world is kind of crumbling around them. There's this trial going on. The siblings are coming up dead. What does this mean for their self-image, for their own interests? You know what I mean? You know, I just feel like maybe they're not so compassionate about the deaths of their siblings as they are kind of worried about their own selves. But it might be a mixture of I won't discount the fact that it might be a mixture of both, but, you know, compassion towards the siblings hasn't really been a prevalent theme in this show thus far. But it was kind of nice to see him sort of say, you know what, I don't want to do this. You know, 2 of my siblings are dead. Fuck off, basically. I also find it really, really interesting that there seems to be an element of, as much as we've seen of Leo, which may not be a ton, but he kind of has this mentality of, like I said, maybe creating some messes, but then kind of being able to clean it up, think on his feet a little bit. And it really ended in him creating an entire mess of his entire loft, I think it would be the correct term, and literally breaking down the walls, breaking down. It's like a very physical representation of kind of how he's possibly lived his life a little bit thus far. And the other thing that I do want to say, by the way, I have noticed that these death scenes and or the siblings themselves have all had certain colors tied to them, whether it's the background, their possessions, and then finally when they get to their death scenes. Perry had red, which was very passionate. Camille had almost like a white or gray kind of a vibe, which I'm sure I will be able to analyze these colors a little bit more as time goes on. And then Leo had a yellow kind of tint to the entire scene. And I found that really, really interesting, that there's seemingly some specific colors tied in with each, person and their death scene. We'll see what really comes of that. I have ideas of what, obviously the red was supposed to represent and the gray was supposed to represent. Not entirely sure about the yellow just yet, but give me some time. I'll think about it. But anyway, I did notice that Victorine digging herself into a hole. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be an absolute utter mess. She's trying to keep up appearances. There's a lot of this, keeping up appearances. I have noticed, at least thus far, there is this self-image getting kind of torn down in these death scenes, in the sense of like Perry, literally skin completely gone, rough times. Camille, mauled, like absolutely mauled. And I think he did a number on himself by like, kind of clawing into the walls and everything like that. And then eventually, yeeting himself off of a balcony, which, what? Cats, they always land on their feet. He did not. But, there's kind of this thing that after their deaths, there's not like, nobody so far, and we'll see, but nobody so far has really gone like in a not gruesome, sort of in a way disfiguring their image type of way. And I am clocking that as well. The other thing that I wanted to talk about that I believe I mentioned when I was watching, but Roderick in the past, it's really interesting. You can literally hear him use kind of the same dialogue or the same language that this guy that he absolutely hates so much, that he wants to take down, so to speak, that he's using that within his own family, and that in some regards he has turned into this person that I assume is going to try so very hard to defeat. I also think it's really interesting that they're getting glimpses of Verna, meaning Roderick and Madeline, and I'm wondering if they're putting the pieces together. I feel like they are. I feel like we have clues that they are, but I don't know entirely yet, and I don't spoil it for me, but I don't really, I'm sure we'll find out. I have faith. You know what is so nice? This is a side note. It is so nice watching Mike Flanagan's shows, because I know everything is important. Everything is like, I know that everything will be explained, and I'm just along for the ride. You know what I mean? I tend to not, in all of my reactions, really try to like guess too much about what's going on, but it is very comforting that I feel like this will have a satisfying ending, and I just gotta watch. So, yep. And obviously we have Frederick, who is getting into, obviously there was a talk about denial. It's not just a river in Egypt, but it really, I think he's trying to, it's like he wants to get into the phone, but I think he does want to. It's kind of his mission right now. But I don't know that he's going to like what he sees. And I think he just wants to believe that it's somebody else's phone, so it doesn't, release this truth to him that, his wife went to a sex party. But why else would she be there? It's all very, listen, we already talked about the fact of how I felt about her being there. it's not the brightest idea. Okay, and I'm sure she really knows that now, but I mean, genuinely, I said it before, but it's like, if you're going to want to get that thrill, you know, outside of your husband, maybe don't go to your brother-in-law's sex party. I already talked about it, but you know, I just reiterate the point, but sure. I think that that's really interesting, and that will kind of come to a head at some point where he's going to have to come to terms with that. And I don't know how that's going to go, because now he's going to be doing drugs, and I don't know how used to doing those types of drugs he is. So just, oh boy. Oh, man. A lot of with these siblings and their fates is literally watching train wrecks, and it's watching train wrecks in a really interesting way, because let's be real, a lot of these siblings are not the most likable, right? We can say that they're not the most likable people. None of these death scenes are horrific, and they're crazy, and they're intense. And I'm like horrified watching them, almost maybe traumatized watching them, but I'm not really like, you know, crying my eyes out. So it's a very fascinating place that I feel like even Mike Flanagan put us in as an audience, that we're more scared of what we're visually going to see than necessarily losing the characters. And I'm not saying that, you know, nobody watching this can like these characters. There's certain aspects of these characters that I actually do like, and they have moments every so often. They have their moments, guys. But in general, the family, but maybe barring the granddaughter, is like not the most likable, right? Can we say that? Maybe. I think so. So it's kind of a really interesting situation to be in, to kind of just wait for their deaths, knowing it's going to be horrific. And knowing that there's kind of this element of, with each of them kind of, you know, following this path that is not great, that is going to lead to their death, but they really can't help themselves being relatively self-interested and getting the karma for that. And the karma is Verna. All right, I think that is about it. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.